The Double is a movie directed by Richard Ayoade, or Ayoade. I don't know how to say that, but basically this is a Jesse Eisenberg picture. He pulls double duty with two performances. I saw a clip of this movie on Instagram and it intrigued me enough to check it out. It's based off The Double by Fyodor Dostoevsky. This one is about Simon James. He is a office drone in a Kafkaesque like nightmare sort of world. He's been working at a company for about 7 years, and his boss is calls him Stanley. He has a crush on Hannah and forgets his ID one day and has to end up going through a large sort of series of mishaps because people don't remember him because he's just so unmemorable. And he lives day to day spying on Hannah and being weird. However, one day a doppelganger shows up at his work called James Simon. James Simon has his face, however, he is the polar opposite in terms of personality. He's assertive, he's a womanizer, he makes Simon do his work for him so that he can look good in front of the bosses. He's a perfect example of sometimes you don't need talent, you just need to swindle people. And at first, Simon is okay with sort of hanging out with him and sort of getting his scraps of sorts, but then James starts womanizing everyone in the office and blackmailing him. It ends up being a sort of fierce battle of wills as Simon tries to retake his own identity. This film's tries to be really deep and is weird, but it's kind of pretentious. I don't really know what the original source material is like, but the movie's got really good acting. Jesse Eisenberg plays double duty as Simon James and James Simon, and then it's rounded out by a pretty decent cast. You've got Mia Wasikowska, you've got Wallace Shawn as his boss, and then there's a couple of co-workers that they don't do too much, but they sort of round out the cast. I really like the aesthetic of the film. I liked how it's like I don't know what sort of set design they're trying to go. They're going for Kafkaesque because everything's like, you know, his key is just one big giant brass key for his apartment. ID, it's almost like a period piece, but it's like a dystopian sort of weird, like landscape. I like that sort of aspect that the director chose for this because, you know, the original took place in Russia, I guess. But the movie, the ending is a little bit underwhelming, but I still enjoyed it overall. It's a nice psychological sort of thriller. And definitely offbeat and weird, but definitely I dug it. So I give The Double a 6 out of 10.